Welcome to your more. You may be on your path to having it all. The house, family, money, and travel, when suddenly something shatters your ideal world. It shifts your perspective. You realize or decide even, having it all isn't all that. It may leave you feeling unhappy, unsatisfied, or unfulfilled. You're left wanting something more, but you can't quite put it into words. Others, they just don't get it. They try to pacify you. I get it. I've stood in your shoes. Hello, I'm Gina, the spark behind Exquisitely Aligned. Your more starts now. Today we'll be discussing why you should stop chasing your dreams, and more importantly, what you should do instead, so you can live the life that's waiting for you, your unlived, amazing life. Okay, let's get started. There are unique desires that are written on your heart. Not only are they written on your heart, they are the desires that cause your heart to beat. So naturally, I call them heartfelt desires. We live in a world that promotes short-term indulgences as the answer to joy. Think about marketing. Maybe even Starbucks. Let's use that as an example. It just popped into my head. Do you really need a $4 or $5 cup of coffee, tea, or matcha every day? I don't know. Maybe you do. But my hubby and I pass up Starbucks because our desires are for travel, for vacations, for experiences. So we keep our $4 or $5, whatever it might be, in our pocket and use it for travel. Of course, it's not that fast for us to rake up to buy airplane tickets, but you get the picture. Are there any short-term indulgences that are currently keeping you from your heartfelt desires? Because every time we accept that invitation to indulge, we are moving further away from the desires that make us come alive. Think about someone like Nora. Someone like Nora is more likely to reject her heartfelt desires and put other people's first, or just reject them to avoid conflict. She will end up most likely people-pleasing. And then Rachel, someone like Rachel, who is more likely to go full force chasing her dreams without any thought or concern for what or who she'll walk over on her way. And sometimes, who knows, we might play both the nice girl and the rebel, which leaves us thoroughly confused. I'm guessing you already know what I'm going to say. None of these are the right things to do because they're not healthy. They leave us exhausted. They leave us frustrated. We don't want to give in to societal norms and give up our desires. And we must stop chasing our dreams. They're not running from us. They're waiting for us to be us. Not the inadequate version of ourselves who needs a dream to make us feel complete, but the real version, the exquisitely aligned one, the one where we're grounded in ourselves, the one where we feel whole and complete. And this is the even healthier alternative. This is the one that makes our heart beat. Think about that for just a moment. Physically causing our heart to beat, bringing even more oxygenated blood to our brain, all the way down to our tiniest toe. Amazing, right? This is positive, healthy energy. When we feed and when we fuel our heart with positive, healthy energy, we easily choose to see the love in all people. Well, almost all people, right? And we are more likely to feel the joy in everything we do. Everything we say, everything we feel, everything we experience. You get the picture. Now think of the lover. A lover grounded and centered in their heart. They love you unconditionally. They offer warmth. They offer acceptance to everyone. They're inclusive, right? They unite. They bring people together. They bring lots of people together the world over. They share their love with everyone. They know with every fiber of their being, to love is to live. Let me say that again. To love is to live. It becomes a life of passion towards ourselves and passion towards others. We become love, the essence of unconditional love. This is what I wholeheartedly believe we were created or born for. To love, to be the essence of love, and to be loved. And what better way to do this than with your heartfelt desires? Let them connect here. Let me ask you a question. As I'm speaking about this, what images are you getting? What's popping into the forefront of your mind? When I think about this, I start seeing images of Jesus, Mother Teresa, Mahatma Gandhi, Maya Angelou, Dr. Wayne Dyer, and Louise Hay. Okay, they're not related. They're all different time frames. Believe me, there are so many more, but you get what I'm talking about. What images are you seeing or sensing? Could it be you're seeing images of an even more beautiful, magical world, a world that we can leave behind for our children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren and be proud of? Maybe you're getting an image of a world with less sorrow, less depression, less dis-ease, as Louise Hay would say. Maybe it's a world with less hate. Whatever the image that comes to your mind, allow it to energize your body, mind, and soul. Keep this image close to your heart and allow it to fuel your heartfelt desires today, tomorrow, and forever. Maybe instead of that short-term indulgence, use this instead. Did I make my point strongly enough? I hope I have, because this is key. This is so important so that you can see how healthily this is for you, for loved ones, for everyone you meet over the course of your lifetime. How healing this is to you and for you and our world, especially today. Don't you think we need that? Can you see how this is the even healthier alternative that causes our hearts to beat? It also inspires our soul and energizes our body, kind of like that caffeine, right? With no side effects, and allows you to live with gusto. You become contagious in a way. All right, that doesn't sound so good, but you know what I mean. And the only way to easily do that is to identify your heartfelt desires. And yes, sometimes this is a difficult ask of some people because we may have disconnected from them so long ago, maybe decades ago, and we can't recall what they are, but you need to discover them. From there, embrace those desires. They wouldn't be part of you if they weren't desires. And next, with a tiny dose of courage, declare your heartfelt desires. When you identify, embrace, and use that courage to declare them, it just becomes natural. The next thing that unfolds is you unite by partnering with your heartfelt desires. Remember just a bit ago, I said, stop chasing your dreams. They're not running from you. They're waiting for you to be you. This is the uniting by partnering I am actually talking about and asking you to participate in. This is where the magic happens. This is your new way of living and being in this world. When you fully embrace and partner your heartfelt desires, a fulfilling, more meaningful life is a natural result. Unfortunately, this isn't always easy to do. You already know the conformity trap like status quo, keeping most people living in fear, and maybe even your loved ones, family, and friends. I know you felt this fear. I've known you've seen this fear. good example of it is the news. That's why I don't watch the news. I don't read the newspaper, much to my mother's dismay, yes. Some may say we are showing off if we are smiling from the inside, if we are living in love and partnering with our heartfelt desires and watching our dreams unfold even bigger and even more brilliantly than we ever dreamed of. Or sometimes we are looked at as being lucky. That's a funny one to me. It's not luck. There's no luck involved here. We're not talking about finding a 4-leaf clover. No, hell no. I'm talking about stopping long enough to let what I'm saying sink in. I'm talking about becoming aware that chasing our dreams doesn't work. It never will. If it did, we wouldn't be here right now together, would we? You know that. That's no surprise. I'm talking about escaping the trap of mundane thoughts and mediocrity and making and taking the time to discover your heartfelt desires, to do the work, to truly reconnect and invest in yourself, to discover what causes your heart to beat. And this may take time. You may need the assistance of someone who's done this journey before. You may need an advocate on your behalf, as those around you will try, keyword try, to keep you playing small. Notice I didn't say they want to keep you playing small. No, they're not being malicious. Believe me, there have been times in my life where I thought maybe so, but no, they're not. What I realize is they may be living in fear, like so many people in our society and the world over. And that fear is what makes them want to keep you playing small, because they believe and want to keep you safe. And your safety to a fearful person will always outweigh their desire and your desire for your happiness, for your fulfillment, for your exquisite desires, because they are living in fear. And they have absolutely no idea what it feels like to have heartfelt desires that are burning so intensely, like yours burning on your heart. Remember, they disconnected from them to conform. And most likely they did this decades ago. So if you're ready to courageously brave this yourself, let me repeat the magic formula one more time. The one with the fastest and surefire, and yes, I mean fire, like the fire in your heart, surefire results. Identify your heartfelt desires, embrace your heartfelt desires, and then with a little dose of courage, embrace and declare your heartfelt desires. When you do those three, it becomes so natural, so easy, so effortless to unite by partnering with your heartfelt desires. It has absolutely nothing to do with luck, nothing to do with showing off, and everything to do with you taking the path less chosen and breaking free from status quo. So you can unite by partnering with your heartfelt desires. If any portion of this formula is tripping you up, let me know. That's what I'm here for. I'm an escape artist expert who's here to advocate for you and your heartfelt desires. Imagine again. Imagine what you did earlier. Imagine your role in adding even more love out into the world. Maybe that's what you're wondering is what's next. Take a moment and feel into that and feel what it would be like, what it would look like. Are you ready to play an even bigger role? One that has you partnering and living your desires, your exquisite, heartfelt desires. Till next time, be exquisite.